Hi everyone. I don't know what I want to draw, but I do have my tarot cards. Nope, my tarot cards. So maybe we'll do some tarot cards, or we'll finish up Jared's character, or something. Who knows? Who knows? But hi, Sissa, and hi, Jesse. Hi, Alexandra, and hi, Des. Hello, everyone. Working on my brother's tiefling fighter. Tiefling Eldritch Knight fighter. I do have a couple of my D&D character ideas that I was thinking I kind of want to draw out, like how we drew out Astrid and such. Other than this, I went to see my barn family for the first time in a year. I went to the barn that they're at now, and that was super lovely, and I got to see them. And I think I'm going to start riding soon. So, again, soon. So, that'll be nice. Braveheart. Haven't seen Braveheart at all today, and he hasn't touched his breakfast. So, hopefully he's just napping. Or he just decided he didn't want to eat any of the gross medicine stuff that's on it. That's what we're hoping. Is it? That's weird. Let's bring my desktop audio down a bit, and we'll bring up my audio input capture is up as high as it can go without me blowing up your eardrums. So audio output capture will also bring down a bit. How is that? Is that better? Let me know if it's still too loud. Music is still loud. Okay. Well, I I have my music at 4. How is it now? Is it still loud? Huh? Let me know if it needs to come down more. I gotta talk to my friends who make all of this and be like, hey, gonna be making any like more? Still loud. What the fuck? Nope, not completely off. How about now? Nothing's changed. That's weird. That is super weird. Is it still loud? Huh. New songs coming on, so let's see. Maybe it was just that song? Although it is. Okay, how about this? Yeah, good? Okay. Loud? What the fuck? Okay. I can't hear it at all. Oh. Okay, I can't hear it at all. So we'll see. Who knows what's happening? There I am. Okay. I can't hear it, but if you guys want it like that, we'll keep it like that. I didn't. I have not ridden in a year, a little over a year. So if I rode today, I would be dead. I have to also figure out a work like schedule thing with my instructor to be like figure out what I can do to like not pay so I can like I'll like work stuff off. But I'm gonna be at the barn more often, which is good. I don't know if I mentioned like ever why, but I had like a big falling out with someone who like owned the barn I was at. I ride. My horse was a quarter horse. I usually rode like I've grown up riding quarter horses. And I do dressage, like English style, so not Western, not cowgirl stuff, but like, you know. But apparently there's a horse at the barn that is like my old horse. So But yeah, I really missed my barn. I really missed my barn family, so it was nice to see them. I missed ponies too. Hi, King Savage. Um, yeah. Okay. I am doing all right. How about yourself? Babe. There we go. Yeah. Jared's not even gonna see me finish his tiefling, and we're gonna move on to something else. And he's gonna be like, "You didn't finish it," and I'll be like, "But I did, sir. But I did." It was strange being back at a barn setting though, with people who have like small town horse people ideas. I was just like, oh, okay, right, that's right. I'm not in my little liberal bubble. But um, like what to paint or how to paint or how to start. Um, I started painting when how to start. So I suggest get a picture that you really like. Get a landscape, whether it's a rural landscape. So, of course, there's always the art of painting, the Bob Ross show, which is really good. Bob Ross basically teaches you the basics of painting that you can go off and apply to anything. Um, I learned in I started with oil painting, and like people think oil painting is really scary. it's not. It's actually really forgiving. Honestly, my advice to you, Susu, would be to get a picture that you really like, something simple, but like a landscape or a cityscape, something like that, and just so you draw it out. Draw it out with like very lightly with a charcoal pencil or just like a normal pencil, and then just start painting what you see. And if you notice it's literally paint what you see. Don't focus on big picture stuff. Focus on, oh, okay, this shadow looks like a triangle. I'm gonna paint a triangle of shadow. Okay, this highlight looks like a square. Paint a highlight of, and that's all you gotta do. And it's really simple actually when you think of it like that. Am I gay, Bob Ross? Also, the VOD of Babs teaching, or Babs and Matt drawing Orly, that's also a really good. Babs goes over the basics with that. When I did an oil painting, no, she doesn't. That's how I did it when I... Actually, I wasn't allowed to do that. I had to... Oh! It's not cheating. I did that. Every art school teacher will have you do that. It saves you time. It makes it so much easier. Don't listen. Oh, I see what Alexandra is saying, as in, it's like when cooking shows, like, have the pre-made stuff already done. Yeah, for the drawing and stuff, Bab cheats. That's what I don't like. I wish... I have to say about pub draws, that's what I don't like about it, is that I really wish they would start... Like, they can choose to do... like, focus on a certain aspect and then go off and do that and have the pre-done, like, pre-made skeletal structure, which is fine, but I really wish Babs before the show starts, I wish Babs or whoever is in charge of that tweeted out their, like an hour or two before the show starts, tweet out the picture of the pose that they're working on and being like, we're going to be drawing Vax today, and like they put out like a picture of Liam doing some stupid pose. That's the pose we're gonna draw Vax in. We will be focusing on something different, put him in the base skeleton, and then because like they start off with that base pose, and I have to agree with Alexandra that half of my time watching pub draw is doing this basic skeletal structure that they already had done, that like Babs will have drawn for Marisha, which is slightly annoying. I agree. It is good though. It is really good. It puts you in practice. So it's kind of like, if you can follow along with that, then you can kind of like do it at your own pace when you have to, and you'll be able to take time. Okay, that's fair. So when I first started drawing, when I was an art major in high school, my senior year of high school, we would do live drawings of a nude model, and you would not believe the amount of anxiety attacks I would have, because I would barely be done with just the shape of the head, and she'd already be moving on to a next pose. We did. My school and Mika Burton's school, if you remember that. Fuck. Yeah, we had a nude model who would come in once or twice a week. It's the best way to learn how to draw. All girls school. We had a nude female model come in once a week. Best way to learn how to draw. It really is. Mika Burton talked about it's my school and another school in America that are the only two schools who do live nude drawing in high school. Mika Burton went to the other high school. My art teacher is currently doing a master's in art education. She already has like an MFA, but she's getting like a teacher's cert or something, like specifically in art. And her dissertation is on how more schools in their curriculum need to have life drawing in their curriculums. Nothing teaches you to draw better or faster than having a nude model. And it's like one of my co-workers is 18, still a senior in high school, and she was just doing a female torso, so she had like the boob. Yeah. I mean, public schools, I understand it's one thing, because also it costs a lot of money to pay a model, but like private schools should definitely do it. There's no excuse for a school that has art to not do it. In my opinion, there's nothing inappropriate about it, like, because she did a whole thing on the difference between, like, she did a lecture, the first, like, class, on the difference between nude and naked forms in art. Nude is unashamed. There's no clothes whatsoever. It's appreciative of the human form. Naked is there's some bit of shame in it. You have a bit of cloth, like any Adam and Eve picture as they're being like cast out of the Garden of Eden, that's naked because they're shamed. Like if they're covering themselves up like that or like anything like that, that's naked. Nude is just an appreciation of the human form, and there's nothing wrong with it, honestly. And America needs to stop being such prudes. Let go of the Puritan ideals and just be like, it's no different than learning about like the body like in biology class. It's in fact a different way, because you have to learn all the skeletons and the musculature, and like for example, like when I was doing like I didn't take the life drawing class, even though we had to, because it conflicted with one of my classes senior year, so I didn't get to do as much life drawing as like other people. And you could see it in my art, because life drawing teaches you so much about perspective. But like, and hey Twitch, don't demonetize me or whatever, or ban me, but like, if you don't take a life drawing class, you don't know that the female breast, male breast too, but especially you see it with a lot of cartoons and videos, games and shit, it connects to your armpit. That's where your breast connects to. And you also, like Babs was talking about it too, like you have two, like it's like two like cement sacks or rice or flour sacks, however you want to think about it, that are connected like through the back of the neck down to your armpits, and like it's all connected. And you don't learn that unless you do. It's like you learn about all the muscles, the skeletal system, like all of that shit, and you don't, you know, nothing wrong with it. But this girl, my coworker, was drawing it, and she left her drawing out. I personally, if I was doing it, I wouldn't have left my drawing out. But you know, she did. It's just whatever. I didn't care. But one of the second graders came and was like, "That's inappropriate," because she said like penis before, and I'm like, that's inappropriate. Like, because her intention was to gross people out. I'm like, that's inappropriate. Don't do that. So she walked over to see this like nude torso of a woman. Was like, that's inappropriate. I'm like, you've walked through past worse. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the girls in the upper school art class hang their nude drawings of a nude model up. You pass by it like every day at lunch. And she just shut up and walked away. Anything else? Hey, I heard that! Green Bay Packers do not suck. Where's your mama, Pop-Up? Are you sleepy? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Why was she rude today, Jared? When Georgie was streaming? Oh jeez, was she sleepy and she didn't want to play? Yeah. Oh. Sometimes she doesn't want to play. All the time? Why did she have no leash on? Free. Got ourselves a little libertarian on our hands. Jeez. You guys are just saying that because it's my dog. She's really tired right now. Huh, Artemis. Baby girl, come here. Come say hi. Up. You want to say hi? Oh, come on. Up. Oh, hello. Oh, you're sleepy. Come here. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Yucky. I'm gonna eat you. I eat you. There she is. No. Why can't I eat the puppy? She's too good. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. No. Ow. Yeah. Jared, is your tiefling red or purple? Can I change him to red if he is supposed to be purple? What's the matter? What's the matter? You can't sleep right there. You can't fall asleep standing up. You can't. Hey, you know how I'm like super... That's true, I am the artiste. Finally, my stream is on my side for once. Ah, fuck! 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 No! Ah. The client's opinion doesn't count. The client doesn't get to say. Yay. What else is going on in my life? Applied to some jobs like museum, not like that person who like sits in a museum and like explains shit to you. Visitor service assistant jobs in museums. I gotta apply to a couple more. My coworkers put, like, that I went to karaoke with last Friday, we all got put in a group chat, so I guess people are going to try to plan more, like, hangout sessions. Which is cool, I guess. Fighter, an Eldritch Knight, but the reason he looks really rangery is because Jared was like, I want a ranger, and I'm like, rangers suck, and he's like, okay, I'll do a rogue, and I'm like, okay, and then he's like, I don't want to do a rogue, I want to do it, yes, it's supposed to. He's a long distance Eldritch Knight. Basically an arcane archer, which I'm pretty sure is also a fighter class, I think. But listen, Alexandra, use your imagination. He has no arrows in his quiver, and, well, he should have a belt with a sword hanging off of it, but in the name of sword and shield. Fighter man, fighter man. Oh, oops. I don't like the red and green. If you think clerics can only heal, it's like you think Sword and Shield is a valid option in Monster Hunter. Wait. Don't talk to me about this pauldron until I'm done. I am going to be at D&D tonight. What time does D&D tonight start? What time does it start? What time does it start? What time does it start? No. What time does it You're a fuck. Jerk. 6. Oh, yeah, then definitely. Sure. Is our cat dead? Cool. 6 to 8. Oh, good. Listen, I don't know. I haven't seen him today, and he never skips meals. So really, like, I'm not trying to be depressing. I'm sorry, but... And don't act like... Don't think that I don't care and I won't be upset, because I will be. But it's like, sometimes I just have to be depressed for a bit. And being depressed is, like, not, like, super sad for me. It's, like, no emotions. Neither. I had a big lunch at the barn today. Yay. Thank you. I'm trying to think of something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to figure out. So, have I told you guys about my Warlock Changeling that I want to play? D&D went pretty good. I only had to give one child psychic damage right before a long rest. Because they were playing, and they... First of all, I've now learned Like, I always thought, like, those memes of dungeon masters being like, why do they always care about this inconsequential NPC? What is happening? What the fuck? I always thought that was like, oh, haha, that's a meme. That doesn't happen that often. And then I was like, guys, this one, you don't have to interrogate this one halfling NPC this much. She gave you a mission. You don't have to care this much. Please go off and do the mission she's trying to assign you. Go worry about, like, and they just wouldn't. And I'm like, oh my god. Oops. It was like, they were like, what's happening? And at first they were like, because they're all new to D&D, they're like, well, first I would go up and I would ask her if she's alright, and then I would ask her, like, if there was anything we could do. And slowly they kind of got into the idea that they should be like, I go up and I do this, and I say this. Like, so they got the hang of that towards the end of the day. But, like, I was like, okay, I know they're gonna ask for a name. This is a halfling named Beth. Okay. And then she was in a traveling merchant, and the goblins that took over the mines, they, like, attacked the merchant party, and they're, like, worried. She's, like, worried, and she's just gonna give them off their thing and then run away. Like, go and, like, do her thing, and they'll, like, whatever. And so, like, so they're like, well, why did the goblins suddenly attack? And I was like, oh, we don't, like, I don't know, like, that we were just doing what we always do, like, going in, playing pranks, but, you know, wouldn't make sense. And they were like, someone was like, well, was someone, like, mean? Like, do you think another halfling group was mean to them? And so they, like, and I was like, well, they're goblins, so they pretty much understand that, like, it wouldn't be nice of them to, like, overextend about, like, halflings when we shouldn't overextend about, like, all goblins. And they're like, okay. And someone was like, did one of your group, like, they just kept asking questions. And I was like, finally it was like, someone asked a question that I was like, okay, she'd take offense to this. I'm like, she stands up and walks away, like, after answering one more question, and they, like, what happened? Why was she upset? Like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, make an insight check. And so they all make insight checks, and, like, the one who, like, upset her got, like, a 5. And I'm like, you don't know. You don't even think she seems that upset. She's probably just, she's got to go, and she's got to go move on and do stuff. And then the higher ones, I'm like, yeah, maybe insinuating that she did something to cause the attack against her party isn't the way to go. So... And then they were like, so they're like, oh, okay, let's go, like, do the thing we gotta do. And sorry, this is just But so they went off and started, like, looking for stuff, and they stepped in a trap, like a trap that, like, pulls you up. And then they didn't roll a high enough perception check to notice that there were lemurs following them, and they like, as they were bedding down for their long rest, I was like, oh, okay, you have to, like, choose who's going to do your, keep watch. And someone, like, was like, well, I can't do it because I need to gain my, spell slot back, because she healed someone. And I was like, okay. And, like, we got the spell slots, but she kept feeling, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. And so I was like, okay, so-and-so, you take 2 points of psychic damage. You get the feeling that if you keep interrupting people and not paying attention, you're gonna take more psychic damage. But, like, it was, like, right before a long rest, so she got all her health back, like, immediately. It was more just a, like, hey, you guys, like, need to pay attention, my dears. Otherwise, like, this is gonna be a thing that happens. And during the last watch of the long rest, a dire jaguar jumped out, so that's what they gotta deal with when they, wake up in the morning. So, well, when they, this coming Thursday. So, that's how D&D's going. They want to do a second, like, quest campaign after this one, but I've been like, I don't know if we're even gonna, like, finish really the one that we're working on right now. And they're like, well, you're gonna do another enrichment, like, next enrichment time? And I'm like, you gotta talk to Matt about that if you guys, like, really are enjoying it. So, we'll see. There we go. all like, oh, can I change this thing about my character? And can I change this thing about my character? And I'm like, no. It's a lot of work for me, you guys. So yeah, they're about to fight off against the dire jaguar, and then they'll come across. They've got another 5 hours to walk, and then they'll come to the front of the mines that they're fighting in. But there'll be a puzzle in order to get in. What's up with you guys? Wait, did I tell you guys? Nobody responded. Did I tell you guys about my warlock changeling? But also, they were like, where should we meet you to the halfling? Like, when we find everyone that you want us to find. And I'm like, I'll be at the inn in Euphoria. Like, I'll be at the inn in Euphoria. Yep. And then I was like, they were like, oh, what's the name of the inn? And I'm like, the Song and Supper Inn. And the 6th grade volunteer who watched his Critical Role was like, oh? And I'm like, fuck. I didn't even think of it being like something from Critical Role. I was just like, fuck. Very hard to come up with. I can come up with story on the fly, but coming up with names on the fly is hard as fuck. Well, I'm gonna be pissed. So I was talking to my friends from Scotland, and we were like, let's have a Skype chat Sunday after 7 p.m. Scottish time works. And someone goes, the friend who was like, it has to be after 7, was like, oh, actually, I forgot, I have a D&D session. And I swear I understood that reference. I appreciate that. And I swear to God, if she's playing with the D&D group that I used to play with, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, beyond pissed. That they're playing and they didn't invite me to play. And then I was talking to these kids, right? And they're like, oh, what day of the week is it? Like, when I told them the time at some point, they're like, what day of the week is it? And I was like, and they're like, are the days of the week even the same? And the 6th grader goes, well, the days of the week might be the same, but the months are definitely different. And someone goes, oh, what month is it? And I'm like, let me get back to you guys when I've made up that information. I didn't think you're going to be this curious. Bird and the baby, not eagle and child. Mom. Much hard, very difficult. It's very windy where I am. You know what classes, well, what class I would probably absolutely never play in D&D, though it's really fucking interesting? Blood Hunter. Like, I'd be terrified that I would kill my character. It's very complicated. You really have to know the rules really well, not only for D&D, the Blood Hunter class, but like for D&D as a whole. Which is why I'm not surprised that Molly died. Oops, spoilers. What I'm surprised is how long it took for Molly to die. But I have a changeling warlock I want to play, and it's like she didn't know she was a changeling growing up. Like she thought she was just a half elf in a human family, and her mother was like, but, or like someone was like, but I don't like, and the family like split up a bit because like, but I didn't cheat on you, and the person's like, of course you did. You have a half elf, and both of us are humans. What the fuck do you think happened? Um, um, so, and then her like Fae parent or whatever who like changed out, like, or someone from the Feywild like came searching for her, caused her village to like be destroyed, and the village blamed her, so they chased her, and she came across this fairy ring, and she slept in it because she didn't know any better. Slept in it, went into the Feywild, lived in the Feywild for like what was only like 5 or 10 years for her. It was like 100 or something years for like everyone else. So like her sense of culture is all fucked up and shit. Her patron is like the Fae that like exchanged her in. But yeah. We will be starting D&D in 90 minutes. Currently, I am streaming. You should check me out, fellow D&D friends. The character background for Jared's character, they like the group that like the government that is forcing me to do dirty work for them hired him as like a spy slash like one of those people that like babysits the agents in the field, so, and reports back on them. And I don't know much beyond, he got like chased out of his home, like cause tiefling whatever, and he taken in by this like government organization. Oops. My Apple Pen ran out. Well, so he did, but he liked me enough to be like, wait a minute, I'm going to like not tell on you for some like, because I like went against, I fucked up a mission, but he was like, it wasn't her fault, actually. Nope, nothing wrong here. Yeah. Yeah, JG, love him, but that's what his characters tend to be like. My Apple Pen just died, so I gotta end the stream here. But tomorrow, this is how it's coming along. I think it looks okay. Doesn't look too bad to me. I gotta do the ending, which is fine. It's fun. It's just this character though. I like her, but it totally is. It's totally why. Hi puppy. Yes. Stream tomorrow at 5. Probably World of Warcraft. Hopefully I'll have the Nightbot set up. No, you can't tell me what to do. Fuck you. Please don't. No, I didn't mean it. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. World of Warcraft tomorrow. So King Savage has been like tweeting at me and being like, yo, you should follow this person. That's another way that you can help out if you cannot help out financially. But Patreon, PayPal, subscribe. Twitter is play_les. Other than that, really, remember to stay phase and gay and weird isn't queer. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.